Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about distributive property and combining like terms. So when we combine like terms and use a distributive property, what we're doing is we're multiplying across the parentheses with the distribute. We're distributing, right? So that's step one, is to distribute. And when distributing, don't forget that you're also distributing the sign in front, okay? So 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times -4 is -8x, and 2 times 3 is +6. All right, now we're going to distribute the negative, okay? -3 times x is -3x. -3 times 4 is -12x squared. Now what I want you to do is I want you to look at where they have like terms. So remember, it's where the variable and the exponent are the same. So this is a like term, this is a like term, this is a like term, this is a like term. And 6 we're left with by itself, which is fine. So so now we're up to step 3, which is we use the associative property and we group these together. Remember, in class we have some kids who like to use like this bridge activity where they put the bridges together. It really doesn't matter what you do as long as you do it. So 2 and -12 is -10x squared. -8 and -3 is -11x. Now, if you're like baffled at how I get these numbers, use the calculator. Put in +2 minus 12 and see what happens. Put in -8 minus 3 and see what happens. It's very important that you use the tools if you have an issue with combining integers. So this is your final answer. And let's move on and do some of the problems that you have to do for today's activity. So for number 1, what we have to do is we have to just combine like terms, no distributive property. So step 1 is to identify the like terms. And you see 4x squared is by itself. Step 2 is use the associative property and move them next to each other. So 4x squared is by itself. 7 plus 3 is 10. And I put 10 at the end because we want to start off with the x squared and we want to go all the way down to the number. And x minus 5x, well, what's 1 minus 5? 1 minus 5 is -4. So I'm going to write minus 4x. And that's my final answer. I've simplified. Okay? So yeah, let's go on to the next one, number 2. So with number 2, we're using the distributive property. So we're going to distribute over the parentheses. And so -4 times 3 is -12a. -4 minus 7 is +28. And plus 4a. And when we're done, we see that there are no like terms. There is no step 2 because we can just rearrange it from, this is the simplified answer, but now we like to put it in acceptable form, right? Standard form, which just says that we go from the largest exponent to the smallest, and that means that the number has to be last.